Hello and welcome to the stream. Tonight we're returning to Oxygen Not Included. Last time we dug down here into the oil biome, and we managed to build a oil refinery and some petroleum generators and a natural gas generator to attempt to consume the products output by the oil refinery, which are 5 kilograms of petroleum and 90 grams of natural gas per second. So these consume 2,000 grams of, in this case, petroleum. These actually do burn a few things, but 2,000 grams. So we got 4 of those. So that's 8,000 grams, 8 kilograms, and this consumes 90 grams per second of combustible gas. So we're actually a little over-consuming here. And under-consuming, or relatively speaking, under-consuming here. We're on target here, but we're a little over-consuming here. But balancing this would have been a little more work than I was all that much interested in doing for what it is. So it's fine. So we dug down here, and then we remembered that, whoa, this world has a frozen core. So we have a free ice biome down here at the bottom. And there's something here. No, there's not anything here. That is interesting. So, the other thing that let's not do it quite like that. Just in case. There actually is something here. But I don't think there's anything actually here. There's just a little line of foreign neutronium that doesn't actually mean anything. So, I did some looking and learned, I think it was yesterday, that this map seed that we're playing on doesn't actually exist anymore. See, when we started this map, they used to have all these custom options on the Terra worlds, and then before the game actually went live at the end of July, they removed all the custom options from Terra and only left them on the new worlds that come into play. So we're actually playing on a world that cannot exist anymore without mods. I'm not sure if mods can do this or not, but anyway, that was just something new that I picked up, or that I realized the other day. The other thing that I noticed was, or that happened, was they provided an update day before yesterday, and that includes this new resource menu that's hideable. I don't mind the fact that it's hideable. What I do mind the fact is that it doesn't stay unhidden when you reveal it. So if, like, between sessions, you have to reopen it. So hopefully they will at least make that persistent. So the thing that I kind of have planned to do today is to convert this area up here into apartments for our dupes. So they'll actually come off of the base some way up in here, and we'll put little apartments in using the comfy beds. Probably like a 5 wide by 4 tall bedroom with a comfy bed, a metal sculpting block here, some of the granite crown moldings, and that's about it. Oh, hey Fazy, welcome to the stream. So we're going to work on that here in a minute, but I wanted to make sure that they came down here and picked up these seeds, these wart seeds. Yeah, there are 2 now showing. Are always hard to find. There's one there and there's one there, so hopefully they'll get those. I'd also like to dig across here. Hopefully that doesn't pop that copper volcano out. And we'll go, let me think. We'll go here with the ladder. That way they can skip across here and get that one too. So that's 3 Weezwarts. There's a 4th one over here that we can get at fairly easily. And yeah, there is nothing here, which is kind of interesting because it's not like this is just a weird spawn of neutronium. Because of the granite and the obsidian around here, just like it is here, this definitely used to be a volcano or a gas vent or something at some point, but it bugged out or something when the game was created. I don't know. But anyway, so let's get up here and we'll get started on our apartments. There is some polluted oxygen here. Let's switch to the materials overlay for gas. So I want to take some of these. And I want to put some of these deodorizers in here. Oh, we don't need the last one there. That should be enough. Make sure they get those done pretty fast. Ebenen's already on it, which is good. So we'll get those built pretty fast. In the meantime, we can start digging this out. I'm not exactly sure where I want this to be centered on. Not dig that out just yet. The width of this biome kind of is that area. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's just do it this way. Let's do it the easy way. That is 18. I want to do 2 on each side of whatever ladder I do. So that would be, let's see, 5 interior space times 4 is 20. Plus 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 24 on each side. So that's 28 wide. But I need to go quite a bit wider than what we have. It might be worthwhile to have it even be this far over and then just work our way this way. Just put our insulated wall right here. If I did that, how far would that go? 28. That actually looks pretty good. Do something like that. Let me double check my math here. 2 apartments on each side. Interior width of 5, so that's 20. That's total of 4 apartments across. That's 20. And then we have outside wall, a middle wall, an interior wall. And also I want a space for a gap for an airflow tile up the ladder. That's 4. Plus the ladder. Oh, so it's actually 29. We need to go this wide. Okay. We'll go that wide. I have no idea how tall it's going to end up being. I think I want 4 tall for now, so we have 16 total apartments. We need to actually clean some more of this junk up here. Because this vent needs to no longer be here. It needs to be over here. Outside of the thing. Which means that these pipes actually need to run along this way. Then we can jump up here. And across there. This ladder will stay. This will be an outside ladder. We can delete that. Delete that. And that. We'll have to bring the... Well, we have the chlorine... No, we'll have to bring the chlorine in a different way entirely. Which I do want to eventually manage. But we'll figure that out at some other time. So we'll delete this here. So no more chlorine. Let me see, the automation overlay. Right, so we had the detection thing going on. I'm going to leave that alone just for right now. That. See, this goes almost to nowhere. This pump is practically useless now, but not completely. Maybe we can we just borrow off of that? No, I'd rather not. Maybe we can borrow off of this. Just in case we need it. Alright. And we're going to need some ladders here, of course. Like that. And then there is a pipe here. You're not starving. You're going to tell me you're starving. We need to also route this pipe differently to dump that water out, but that's easy enough to do going this way. And we'll go all the way across. And then that'll be good. And so the reason we're doing these apartments is because our dupes, they need to... an apartment is a good way to improve the morale. Another 29 times 4. A little bit of trouble over there reaching all that, but we'll get it as we build. This is going to be a little bit of a mess to get out of the interior of the base. All this carbon dioxide and natural gas and stuff like that. I'm going to try and get it out of here before we seal this in, or we break this in, I mean. We're going to seal it in, and then we'll break into the main base. I think we can do this. I don't exactly know how high up it should go. But that'll be the outer wall of the apartments. Then the other outer wall is 29. Should be 29 from that. It'll be here, I think is where that was. Yeah. Actually, this might be the best way to do this, is just to lay out the kind of dividing lines here. So we need, not sandstone. We need a granite tile. Interesting, I completely forgot that our base was all still. 2, 5. There. So actually this ladder's only off by 1. Just pretty amazing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this ladder's actually only off by 1 tile. That might be too hell, actually. I think that works. So this is an outer wall. This will be a airflow tile for the ladder shaft. Basically just like we did here, but shifted over here. A 5 tile space is here. 5 tile space here. Here and here for all of the apartments. And what that'll do is that'll give us a 4 wide for the bed itself, and then 1 for that statue. Nobody yet. Once we do this, we'll actually have room to bed down 2 more people, because we'll have 16 beds instead of 14. I think what I should do here is set up a gas pump and start pumping some of this garbage out. Yeah. Come on, autosave. Thank you. I think I'm just going to do this kind of simply. Just blow it right out the side there. Grab some power, which we deleted all those power lines, and now I'm going to put one back in. We'll just tie that in real quick there. Yeah, I guess iron wire is fine. So now that we have that copper volcano, I do want to take advantage of that. I do want to get down there and build a little bit of a box around it and let it start erupting and dealing with it in a somewhat similar way to the way we're dealing with this, but not exactly. I want to just have a room around it that's flooded that just keeps it cool, and eventually we can run pipes full of cold liquid through it or something like that if we decide to. I think we're gonna need those. Let's not build all that up yet, because we can't get in there otherwise. So basically I just want to get this down to... You know what, let's just make sure all these have sand. Let me get rid of that polluted oxygen. I want to get all this carbon dioxide, all this other random garbage out of here. At least for the most part. We can let the rest of it rise. The lighter stuff like this little blob of hydrogen, that can rise up. I'm fine with that. Get this wall built. We can seal this kind of in a little bit. I mean, it's not going to be totally sealed in because the ladder's here, but I'm fine. Once oxygen starts coming down, I'm just going to shut this off. I love how those things just kind of drink up that polluted oxygen. Okay, good. It is pumping away. That's a lot of information there, Phasian. A lot of information. Actually, these tiles we built are actually going to be a problem. Let's get rid of them. And while we're at it, let's just go ahead and get rid of... Yeah, let's just get rid of this ladder. Because I think... Yeah. I'll just build up there. Don't know why that got unset. Shouldn't have gotten unset. Some of the other updates that happened are these, all of the automation stuff now has red and green accent lights instead of the former that just was unique to that particular thing. So now this gas element sensor does a red or a green light, depending on whether it's detecting the element you selected or not. The clock sensors are red if they're off, green if they're on. So they really did some surprising additional like quality of life stuff that we really weren't expecting, or at least I wasn't really expecting. Get down to 7. Whoa, we have no hatches. Let's crack some hatch eggs here. We still have one of the original Drecos left alive. It is elderly. It will die in 4 days. Well, cycles. I think I want to do all carpet flooring, assuming we have enough. We probably have enough reed fiber for that. We could always grow some more if we need to. I know we took down the thing, but I'm not that worried. Alright, let's pause this for a minute. Actually, we should probably build 2 of these. Just to kind of more evenly. I mean, it's not going to pump them both at the same time. I had to keep, because I'm loading up the oxygen, or the gases are going right through it, so this one would only add to it if there was space available. Hey Lana, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Alright, so we are getting a little bit of oxygen in there, but also all the other funky stuff, including the carbon dioxide. Let's enable this one again now, because as it picks up an element, if there's space, it should add it into that cell. Should. Maybe not. Either way, I'm not that bothered about it. I'm also not that bothered if we do have a little bit of carbon dioxide left down here. I just want to get most of this garbage out of here. The chlorine... really, the most that I'm worried about is this natural gas. And the polluted oxygen too, but even less to... little bit to a lesser extent to that, because we do have some of that scattered around our base too. But the chlorine will just fall down in here. The carbon dioxide will fall down into here. So I'm not all that worried about it because of that. Where are we at? We're pretty close. So I think we can keep building this wall upward. A plant right there. Wow, we actually have stuff to crush. There are little blobs of polluted oxygen and carbon dioxide in here. They keep tripping that sensor, but that's what the sensor's for. Alright, where are we at with this? Let's disable this one. And that'll let this one work a little bit and pick up some more of that carbon dioxide. We might as well let them run while we're here. We are getting a little more carbon dioxide flowing in here from the okay, let's see if we can do this without getting a dupe trapped in there. Although, to be fair, we could just punch through and let him out, but no, I don't want to do that because they'll get stuck. But it's the end of the cycle, so they're going to be stuck anyway. The other thing we could do is there now are indicators as to whether a dupe is an early bird or a night owl on their little card here. So we could create a schedule, because we only have one early bird, for early bird, and then move too many tumbleweeds to early bird. And actually, then I want him to... We'll wait until he's back at work here. But what I'm going to do is actually shift so that his bath time is actually right here, so that he's getting up and getting into work right away. We'll do that, so that this is all work time for him then, once he finishes his bath. So we need one more bedtime slot here. We want a total of 3 downtime slots here, just like the other dupes get. And then now this can be a work slot. So we still have 3 and 3, we still have 1 here, and then the rest are work slots. But that lets us take advantage of his boost to his work skills, or to his skills, by putting him to work right away during the morning hours, and getting us +2 attributes during those hours. So it kind of takes advantage of that mechanic a little bit, which is what we want to happen. How is this going? Do we get rid of most everything? Polluted oxygen with some germs. You know what? Let's actually cut across here. That might be our best bet. And that way, hopefully the carbon dioxide is pouring out of here whenever these run. Which, to be fair, isn't very often, but it's often enough. And then we can cut some more down here. Sydney's passed out, having a narcoleptic nap. Thank you, Ebony. Go ahead and wrangle that guy. And this guy. Alright, so those should be able to be reached from the floor. Gotta be careful here with the building. I want to at least leave a little bit of space at the top here to cut across, because we otherwise we won't have any way to get over here on this side. I mean, we won't have a shorter way. We'll have to go all the way up, you know, like zigzagging through here somehow or other, like your own is doing here. But I definitely don't want that to have to happen. Dig away, Phasian. We're almost done with the digging part. I want to look at this overlay. Turn this one on one more time. Take those out. You take those two out. And it's the end of the day again. Days do not last long enough. I think I'm going to call that actually good enough. I mean, that one's going to keep chugging away for a little while yet. There's just a handful of little blocks of polluted oxygen, but not enough to really be concerned about. I do want to get this chlorine out of here eventually. It's all probably come from here, coming up through the doors and sneaking across. I do also want to replace all these doors. All three of these doors should be replaced with the powered ones. There are a handful of slime lung germs in here. Well, there's more than a handful over there, but by the fact that it's oxygen, it's going to clean up pretty fast. If I keep these up here and we build from the bottom, we'll be pretty well off. Two, three, 4, 5. That should do it. I want to do the airflow tile thing again still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to make sure that I get good airflow between the rooms. Those copper. Yeah, that's fine. This would be a good point in time that having a mod like a blueprint mod would be good. But I'm okay without it. And holy cow, is there a lot of crap down here now. Get all that swept up. I think this one just got buried. Try and get him out of here. What's the temperature like up here? Pretty warm. I'm going to want to do some weedsworts if we still have seeds left. This is also pretty warm, so we're going to need to deal with that anyway. I wanted to do these as carpeted tiles. Oops. Carpet tiles. Granite. Okay, replace those. Sorry about that. Actually, I want to go ahead and replace these too. And we'll go ahead and do these. Actually, let's just do the whole stretch, including the corners. Alright. You guys need to really get picked up here. Oops, too far. This is actually going to be pretty close to perfect. Like, disturbingly so. Do those fast. 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, that's 16 apartments right there. Like, without even measuring this out. Disturbing. Alright. That out and that out. Gonna get free again, isn't he? Before, so actually these don't want to be carpet, these want to be insulated. We're really suffering that much under power here? What's wrong with these guys? Oh no. That's what's wrong with those guys. We need a new vent. No. What? Stop that. This has no overheat over temperature, so we're just gonna do it out of lead because we have a ton of lead. Or a ton of feathers, one or the other. And let's not close that off yet, so we can get in there. We haven't opened this up yet. And I want to be careful when I open this up. I need to have this closed off first. Because otherwise they'll be able to get in here with and without suits, and then they'll be able to get outside without suits. And that would be bad. Really bad. Let's see. We set some higher priorities on stuff over here. That means At least some of these need to get higher priority builds. Like that. Okay. There's actually a pretty good walkway there without having measured anything. 3 tiles high is not too bad. Ooh. So this is kind of a fun thing. When you're using polluted water as a coolant and it gets boiled off, even briefly, it boils off as steam and therefore leaves behind clean water, but leaves behind sand. Leave those 2 ladders. That ladder can go. These ladders can go. Let's max out the speed just so that we don't have to worry about the dupes here. Because I don't really want to give them other stuff to do. I really want them to focus on this build. Guess we could see though if anybody could use another skill point. Here's one. Do this. And here's one. That's interesting. So he's not going to be able to pilot the rocket. Period. Supremacy's not. He can't do research, therefore he can't do this. But we could give him a building skill so that he can come out here and start helping a little bit. Printables? Yeah. We have a few of these, yeah. I'm gonna reject again. Polluted stuff's leaking in from this. Over there. Not sure what's rotting over there, but something is leaking. Polluted oxygen from something. Okay, come over there and fertilize that stuff. It needs to be cooling so that the base stays cool. They can't readily get there right now. That's part of the problem. I really should cut this open as well. I don't really want to do it just yet, because it's helping keep some of this polluted oxygen out. I'm afraid if I cut that open, it'll start leaking around. Looking pretty good. Let me increase the priority on these since they've already been built with granite. That way the are they going to reuse? They might recycle that granite. Be interesting. Let's see. Industrial ingredient. Yeah, we still have plenty of reed fibers left. That's good. And we eventually need to grow more. We could always just set up another ranch for some of the regular Drecos too. Oh, that one did die off. Looks like we got all 3 of our hatches collected. That's good. I think it's about time we could break into the, or seal this off. I'd rather they be in the base on, with a suit on than out of the base without a suit on. So let's seal that off. Get someone up there to close that off. No, let's not do it yet. Let's get these done first. Actually, better make those. Oops. Already 8s, not 7s. Means that one needs to get done so they can get there. Still have, here we 2 wart seeds left. Yeah, they did get planted, so just put these kind of like this. And we'll hopefully be able to, no, I want them differently. I changed my mind. There and there instead. We'll use those to kind of help cool this place off a little bit. Okay, we are sealed in. Now let's build this tile fairly swiftly. And then we need that built. There we go. Alright, so now they're in the base with suits on, but they're going to run out pretty quickly. Oh, and now I can dig through this. I'm actually going to just do this. Got something here to delete, but that'll be alright. As soon as I finish those, especially the floors that haven't been started yet. I mean, repairing these is great, but I thought about putting some airflow out here. I might go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see how it kind of works. I may also need to run a oxygen pipe up here, in which case I'll actually probably take this one up and put a vent out here someplace. That might be actually a good idea to do. But I'm not sure about the airflow tiles themselves, what we need or don't need. Actually, I wonder if that should be in the wall. It might be better to be in the wall. Nope. Yeah, let's run it this way. No, you don't be drunk thing. That wasn't me. Then a regular vent. Let's not make that out of iron, though. Let's make that into something a little bit better looking. Copper's got the 10%. Gold has the 10%. We're going to go with copper. There'd probably still be copper laying around here on the floor, too, unless they used it all for the airflow stuff. Okay, we got some gas trapped up here. Of course we do. I hope everyone is pretty much sweeping away now. Go ahead and start building some beds. Furniture? Comfy bed. You can only make these out of plastic. That makes life easy. And the metal blocks are made out of... I really should make these out of gold. Or is it going to make a difference? I'm going to wait on those. I may end up just doing the granite ones. They have a 10 plus 20%. That's a 12. We could do the copper ones. We'd have to wait on them. Lead doesn't have any bonus. Or we could do the gold ones. I'm going to wait on that part. Let's do this part, though. I wish there was a faster way to do this, but at least it's not something you have to do all the time. Alright, well, I'll let them sleep, and then they can do that. Deconstruct this vent here now. Beauty of those vents. They just work. They always work, no matter what. Wow, we are up to 4,000 in this area now. Oh, 5,000 in this area now. That sounds about right. Yeah, every time I try and draw lines and stuff, it likes to autosave. So that gives us 16 beds, which is awesome. Up this. That. Maybe somebody will put the seed in. Yeah, it says 0 now, so that means we've accounted for them. I'd like for them to finish one of these rooms so we can see what the decor is. Look, that one's going to get done. Good. So the decor in this room is only plus... There's some hot spots in here. But we're averaging maybe like a plus 50 or so. We definitely do want the statues. Let's see what the granite statue gives us. So definitely getting negatives from the airflow tiles, but I want the airflow. So, ooh, I need to put airflow tiles in here as well. That would be good. But yeah, I definitely want that airflow to work. So, oh, this bed didn't get made yet. That's why the stuff was so low. Yeah, but there's junk in here, so I don't want to use that either. We'll just finish the bed. Good catch, though. Come on, thing. There we go. Okay, so now let's look at the decor. Now we have the statue built. We could use... There are some 120s. 120 is the maximum decor. So there are some 120s. But there are a lot of not yet 120s. There's unfortunately nothing we can put in these 4 tiles right here. I looked at some of the canvases. These only give 10 plus 10% plus 10%. So these only give 12, and they take up 4 tiles. Whereas these are plus 6, and they only take up 2 tiles. So it's the same amount with leaving 4 tiles open. If only we had something we could put in furniture in those 2 tiles. Things like the arrow pot, which we could make. Ooh. Plus 10, plus 100%. That's 20. I'm putting one of those in every room. Pedestals need to be on the floor, so that doesn't help us. The landscape canvas is 2 by 3, so that doesn't help us. Plus, it's only worth 15 plus 10 plus 10, so that's whatever 1.2 times 15 is. The wall pot we couldn't do because we have the doors there. I'd have to put the doors down to the bottom in order to be able to use the wall pot. But anyway, so these, they take up too much space. The hanging pots don't have any native decor. The wall pot, I could put one. If I lowered the doors down to the bottom, I could put one there. But they won't attach otherwise. So I think we'll do this. We'll delete the middle. Actually, I should make sure that it's going to work before I do them all. Let me come and delete this super fast, like. And then we'll make a diamond arrow pot. Just because it's got a plus 100%. Go find some diamond, somebody. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, the molding. It would have to be way down here in order for it to work. So that's not going to be good. They're doing a pretty good job of cleaning up and building and everything. Hey, look, somebody found some diamond. Somebody come and build. Evident, Milgraph. Peps, there you go. Now, Buddy Bud, Mirthleaf, or Joya. Doesn't look like it matters. So I could do like different ones in each. I don't see why I shouldn't do... let's not do this one because some of the temperatures might drop below 20 there. So let's do the Joya Seeds. We don't have enough Joya Seeds for all of them. Of course not. Why would we? But let's just plant a seed. Plant improves decor. But you didn't tell me it improved decor. So how much decor does it improve by? It doesn't say. Weird. Heat. Yeah, it's pretty warm in here. You guys put... Thank you. Just as I said it. And then somebody fertilized it. Awesome. Let's get that seed planted first thing in the morning. No. One more. There we go. So that maxes out the decor even without the seed in there. That maxes out the decor in most of the room. But I think that's a good room. Go ahead and excuse me, get these all placed. I think that'll be good. And long as there's any other element we can use that has better bonuses. Yeah, ceramic's the only other one that's close. And it's the same. And ceramic is way more precious to us for later. As we start needing to do like super cooling and stuff. Well, not the super cooling. Well, I guess the super cooling, but not the hyper cooling. Get this seed planted, somebody. Thank you. And now we'll look back at this. And that just blows the room completely. So 25 we got for the jumping Joya. Plus 20 for the arrow pot. That is disgusting. Oops, not you. Not you. Sorry about that. I wish you could still have the molding with the pot, though. That'd be nice. Oh, maybe you can. Hold it. You can? Oh, no, it's probably going to delete it as it's built. Let's see. Because it won't let me place it there, so. I'm going to go get some diamond. Ebony, Peps, Ebony. Both of you. Okay, well that is going to happen. Then. I mean, not for the decor because we don't need it for the decor, but for the aesthetic of it. I would much rather have that piece of molding be there than, well, not. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Alright, well, cancel that. You can put the thing up, but you can't plant the plant. That's kind of dumb. Oops, cancel. Let's go find a lot of diamonds, guys. I mean, we have them. We have 4 tons of diamond? No. 4 kilograms of diamond. Either way, it's a lot. Let's do... Unfortunately, we won't be able to plant all Joya seeds, at least until we find more. They're down. I think they're all down in the oil biome. Ooh, we have printables. Let's see what we have for printables. I'll take some rust. We haven't played with the rust yet, but we'll take some. Oh, okay. So actually the spore trials would be better, but I don't have any. Buddy buds are 15, so I want to avoid those. Alright, so I'm just going to do mirth leaves after we do the 5 Joya seeds. Maybe I'll do 4 Joya seeds and then all mirth leaves after that. I think the Joyas are fun. But don't have very many. I thought they were in the heat. Mirth leaves. I mean, they're cacti. You would think they would be in the oil biome. There's plenty of mirth leaves out there for us to get more. I don't know. Alternatively, I could just do all mirth leaves. But it's consistent. Yeah, they do look like cacti with pimples. That's funny. Right. They just need to keep gathering materials and keep building. We might as well do this. There's no reason why they can't start occupying those bedrooms now. I mean, they're not maxed out yet, but good lord, they're better than the ones they had. Pew, pew. I don't know what that was, but a couple more joyas, but look, they're claiming the beds. Sydney, your own, Catherine, Alnilana, too many tumbleweeds, Calidorn, Mograph, Ebonin, Supremacy, Kelsey, Peps, thing. Thank you. Basin, you haven't claimed your bed yet. Somebody else too. There's llamas, so Phasian, you're probably gonna claim this one. Only one who hasn't claimed your bed. No, Roadster. Why have we missed Phasians before? Oh, Phasian claimed that one. Roadster claimed that one. Excellent. So we have 2 beds, so we can take 2 new dupes in now. Alright, so that's practically done. Let's do another sweep here. Because we have like the granite and stuff that got knocked down. Sweep that too. Sweet. Those look beautiful. There's still a couple of piles of garbage, but if you look at one of these rooms, it's completely done. There are 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's one there. 4, 5. Oh, they don't have plant yet. Get the plants planted, guys. We don't have all the statues carved yet either. Okay. Corners, the top corners don't have full decor, but they're not going to get influenced by that anyway. Look, there's a dead zone here, probably because it's too far from the statue. But that's pretty good. Like that's pretty amazing. Now if we get this junk cleaned up, we'll be good to go. All right, let's go find something else to do. Also slow the speed back down again. Somebody is upset. Catherine. Well, maybe you'll be a little happier now that we've... Wow. It's cold down here. Like minus 80 something degrees Celsius. Warmer on Mars. Don't quote me on that. Alright, let's do... Draw us a box here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, one more. Oh, wrong button. So what I'm hoping will happen is some of this ice is just going to melt as I cut this apart that I've done here, and it'll melt down into here and make some water out of it. And you treat it as a coolant for the copper volcano. Yeah. Well, you could have been typing that, I suppose. I think it depends if it's daytime or nighttime on Mars, too. Yeah, it's gotta be, it needs to be gold. I forgot we were making steel. How's that going? Where is that going? That's right here. Ooh, we made all the steel. Let's make some more. Heat is that thing crank? Well, problem is we don't know how much heat it's cranking out. Okay, this thing's back at it, so now we're getting some more water to cool down. All places the water is coming from? Yeah, because it's 90 degrees coming in there. It takes a while to cool when it comes in at 90. Where's this water coming from now? Hush. Uh-oh. Oopsie. Let's get him out of there. Why did you not... Someone else need to come and do this? Phasian? Down here. I think once we get this built and dug out, I think that'll probably be where we about end. So let's that's sweepable. Phasian, if you want to go ahead and roll, you can probably do that. Cut all this out like that, because we need to build down here. Wow. Crazy. Diggy diggy hole. What are you playing tonight, Phasian? Some classic Nintendo games on the Switch? Cool. Okay, let me know when you're rolling. What happened? Oh, sorry about that. New printables. So let's think about if we want any of these guys. No, no, and no. Great. We're going to take the Shine Nymph. Come on. Don't hurry back to work. Ooh, liquid carbon dioxide. Lovely. I probably should have built this out of insulated tile. Oops. I wonder how much water this is going to make once this thing gets heated up. I guess we could always put a container down here and bring in some other liquefiables. Alrighty, so I think that's where we're going to end this episode. So we did the thing that I really wanted to do, which was we built our apartment complex up here. So now all 14 of our current dupes, plus the next 2 dupes we get, will have a nice, fancy room to sleep in. We are cooling them down ever so slowly, but hopefully they cool down well. So tomorrow I will be streaming. I think it'll be Factorio. And then I plan on an afternoon US time stream on Saturday. That could be more oxygen not included. That could be a surprise. Well, surprise for some of you. And then Sunday night as usual as well. Alrighty, so we're going to raid Phasian. He is playing Super Nintendo games on the Switch. Looks like Super Metroid. So, thanks everyone for coming. And we'll see you tomorrow. Or Saturday, or Sunday. Or all of those days. Alright. Bye everyone.